Yo, Zach Scott here with another quick tutorial. Today I'm going to cover one of the most basic concepts in filmmaking and art, just because it's good stuff to know. And we're going to go over rule of thirds. If you know anything about art, you can tune out now. If you've never heard about rule of thirds, oh, you're in for something good. And it's basically one of the most fundamental concepts of art, pointing a camera at something, and just composition in general. You'll see this in photography, filmmaking, painting. Anything that has to do with art is probably incorporating the rule of thirds in some way, or consciously not following it for a very specific purpose. But yeah, basically, all it means is it's the difference between this shot and this shot. And it's pretty simple stuff, but it makes a world of difference when you're filming. So I've made a quick little guideline here. It's not particularly accurate, but what rule of thirds means is that you're going to divide the screen into thirds. Basically, you'll have two like into imaginary thirds. So you have a right third, middle third, left third, and similarly you have top third, middle third, bottom third. And what you really want to do is just, as you're making your film, making your shot, take the good stuff and put it on the intersection points of these lines, and take the strong parts of your scene and put them along the top and bottom lines. So, for example, we have this fucking sentry buster, this piece of shit sentry buster, jumping off this building, and he just stands there and he jumps off. Yep. And we want to frame him nice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to naturally have him sit on the third. So he is now in a pretty decent spot. We can go further by lining up other elements of the scene. So I can line up the blue sign here, and then kind of I've subconsciously stuck the horizon line on the bottom third. So we can quickly go from, you know, a bland, dumb shot like that to just something that's pleasing to the eye. We can exploit the thirds for various effects. If we put him on this third, going in that direction, he's jumping away from us. If we put him on this third, coming in this direction, he's jumping into the frame, and that's just kind of how it goes. If we had a character here, we could put him on the right third and have him blocking up a lot of the frame, and then the rest of it's open for the sentry buster. Or you can just play with size and scale like that. It's great stuff. Use it. Stick your character on the thirds. I really should have used a guy with a face. Let me grab a dude with a face here, just to show you. Because the other thing to note is when you're framing a face, you're going to want to stick the face on the thirds as well. So if I grab, let's see, heavy. I'll just grab a heavy. Yeah. So we just have a regular heavy here. Why can't I move the camera? Select camera. There we go. There we go. Cool. So we've just got a heavy. So let's say we wanted to frame up his face. So we could shoot him like this, you know, pretty centered. But that would be stupid because that looks bad. Or we can kind of just line up elements of him in the frame. So you can get a lot of value out of sticking the left eye on the right thirds, or vice versa. And that'll just kind of draw your eye straight to it as we go. You can stick the background on thirds as well, so we could just keep tweaking this. So we have this blue element up here on the top. We have his mouth and a bit of the horizon lined up with the bottom third, and then this coming straight down. So we have a nice, clean framing of his face. We can do this, bring this out to his body as well. So I'm just going to stick his eye there. It's a little low, so just get him on the third, basically. You don't have to be super precise, but imagine there's a circle about that big around each intersection, and that's kind of like your power spot. That's where you want to stick things. It'll just draw your eye to them. Depending on how much breathing room we give him, it quickly just defines how involved he is with the scene here. We can stick this pillar of rocks up there and then him on the other third, and we got some nice looks. I can keep going up so that we're on the horizon as well behind him. And you can just quickly see how following the rule of thirds and sticking your characters on thirds lines will give you better composition overall. So, yeah, super basic stuff, if you didn't know it. I hope you now get a good concept of what we're talking about, and it'll dramatically improve your filmmaking. So, yep, cool stuff.